It's the month you guys have all been waiting for. It's the month of November, and that's when the high-speed manifestation rail officially begins. And so what does that mean? It means that a lot of the things that you've been sowing so hard with, a lot of the actions you've been taking, a lot of the seeds you've been planting, a lot of the intentions you've been setting or visualizations you've been doing is going to come to fruition in the following 4 months: November, December, January, February. Now, November is a very big month because we have 9 portals. I'm just looking at the astrology chart here, and I've took plenty of notes in this 9 portals and 9 things you guys need to know in this month of November. I'm going to give you the full energy forecast in this video like we always do. So please grab yourself a pen, grab yourself a pad, and we're going to dive deep into it. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Namaste everyone, Namo Himalaya. This is Sri Akashana here. And in this video, I'm going to break down for you the 9 biggest energy portals, astrological events, and according to numerology, how our energies may shift. When do we need to protect our energies? Is there any warning or caution? Or are there any high-speed rails that we can adapt our energies towards? And is there particular times and days for manifesting love and money? So we're going to cover all of those portals in this video here right now. Please do grab yourself a pen, grab yourself a pad, and then we're going to dive into the first portal, which is happening on the 1st of November. What do we have? 111 portal. If I was to talk about kickstarting anything, okay, if you're starting a new project, if you're even starting a new relationship, then 111 portal is the biggest portal in the full month of November. So if you know already there's some investments you want to make, or if there's some commitment you want to make, or a new project you want to start, or maybe a book you want to launch, right? That is a very good day to do so. Now, while we say it's fast for manifestation, we always need to be very aware of what we may experience during that time. And during that time, we're going to experience a lot of emotions. A bit like when full moon portal happens. Why does that happen? Because when emotions are high, that's a lot of energy in motion, okay? And what does that mean? So when fast-paced activities are happening, meaning manifestations are just coming like at 100 miles per hour, at the same time, our emotions will get a little bit wild. So it's highly likely just 2 days before the 1st of November and 2 days after the 1st of November, and especially on the 111 portal, we may feel, and by the way, if you're watching this actually on the date, let us know below if you're feeling this already. You may feel a little bit like there's so much going on. What am I going to do? You feel like you're kind of here, there, and everywhere. You feel a little bit stressed. You feel like there's too much going on, and you're trying to find clarity. Well, that's very normal if you're feeling a little bit stressed and you feel like you ain't got enough time to get everything done. Now, what is it we need to do during this portal to be able to harness these energies and get the most out of it? Well, the first thing is work on decluttering. So do plenty of breath work, because deep, slow inhale, exhale will already allow yourself to first chill, to first relax, to first silence the mind a little bit. Get yourself all quietened, and in that quiet space, what do we want to do? So there's 3 things in total. We want to declutter, we want to align, and we want to action. Once you feel at peace and you're calm, collective, now what do you want to do? Okay. Gather all the wild thoughts you had before and put the most important one first. What's the most important dream, goal, aspiration that you want? Align all of your energies and focus towards achieving that one thing and take that first action. The seeds you sow on that first day is going to explode. We're going to have a lot of results happening in the coming few months, loads of manifestations if you sow these seeds while decluttering and you're fully aligned. Okay, so that's the first thing on 111 portal. Take plenty of action, especially action that scares you, because you know that dream is big enough when you're actually a bit freaked out that you're actually doing this, okay? Moving on to the second portal, we have the full moon in Taurus. So what does that mean? Well, it's happening on the 5th of November. And so that means on the 3rd, 4th, on the 3rd already, that full moon portal will already still be opening. And then it'll open up all the way till the 7th. being widest and fully blown on the 5th. Now, with Taurus, what is it going to do? It's going to make us question a little bit about security and a little bit about self-worth. And while we question it, it's also going to bring us a little bit emotional. Okay? This is what full moon kind of has that characteristic and trait of doing. And Taurus is also questioning your stability. So what does this mean? Well, it's highly likely when it comes to this full moon time, you're going to start feeling a little bit emotional because maybe, are you worthy of something? Are you worthy of love? Are you good enough? Right? Are you enough? You're probably going to start questioning these type of things. So a great mantra for you guys to have during that time is, I am enough. You know, if you have that questioning around self-worth, put that mantra out there, put that affirmation out there, stick it on your wall, let yourself see it. So keep telling yourself, put your hand on your heart and tell yourself, I am enough, right? You are worthy, you're powerful, right? You're a child of God, you're divine, you're meant to have it all, you are abundant. So listen to these words and know that it's true. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this video right now. Right? It's because you're lying, that's why you're hearing it. But aside from that as well, you're going to have some questions around security as well. So do you feel safe? Maybe you're going to feel a little bit insecure in relationships, right? Maybe you start questioning, where are you, what you're doing, who you're with. And you're wondering, why are you doing that all of a sudden? Maybe you don't usually do it, but that portal is forcing you to check your security, whether you are safe. And what do we say? This is kind of like a kind reminder from the universe saying, just checking on you. And for you just to do those checks. Obviously have trust, have faith, but at the same time, you also got to watch your back at times. You got to be careful. So do a little bit of research, figure out what's actually going on. And, just to give yourself a peace of mind, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that because we live in a wild world. Yeah, you have darkness in the world, you have greatness in the world, you have all mix of everything. So it's fine. It's fine sometimes to keep yourself safe. That's okay. But aside from it happening to you, because for those who are very strong spirits, you may not feel anything, right? And if that's the case, you may experience it through other people. What does that mean? Well, it means that people may have this lack of security or lack of self-worth, and they may be coming to you and questioning you because they're feeling a little bit on the edge right now. What do I recommend for everybody, right? If it's happening to you or not through you, I recommend have a lot of patience. Careful communication, have love, have kindness, show compassion, because know that everyone's going through or growing through these different waves of emotions while the planetary alignments shift. So come to acceptance, it's okay. Don't start shouting, don't be too fiery with your responses, don't react, because you're just going to create chaos, especially with people you love and you care for. Why are you creating that type of chaos, So that's that full moon. By the way, if you guys are interested in full moon rituals, you can comment below full moon rituals. I create a separate video just to talk about that particular full moon. And maybe we'll do a full moon meditation for you guys as well to really harness those energies to manifest through full moon energies. Okay. Now moving on to the third portal, we have the 6th to the 8th of November. We're going to move a little bit faster with these ones because these ones are not as big or the energy is not as vibrant. So 6th to 8th of November is actually an abundance integration window. And so what it's very good for, if we look at numerology, it's very good for investments during that time. Now, when it's very good for that, what's going to happen is it's natural that you're going to experience questioning your finances. You're going to start questioning your career. Am I doing the right thing? Do I have enough money at the end of the month? Is my pay too low? What am I putting all this effort out there for? Is there any way I can earn more money? Am I even safe? With everything that's happening around the world, they say that economic crash is coming. It's going to get you questioning. Now, it's very important that that questioning doesn't lead to fear or doubt, because understand, everything you feel, you manifest. So you don't want that to happen. Instead, what do we want to do? We want that questioning to empower you. They always say the quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. So you now should be questioning, okay, so in terms of finances and investment, how do I get my act together? And my biggest recommendation for everybody, right, during this time is to get yourself financially educated, read books, go to seminars, find yourself a coach, attend courses, right? Invest in yourself, right? My old mentor used to always say, you've got to learn before you earn. Learn. You got to learn from rich and wealthy people. How do they make it? It's very, very important, okay? So you got to get yourself financially educated. Aside from that as well, during the 6th to the 8th of November, very good for education, very good for starting new projects, and very good for making investments. So if you're going to sign any deal, making any investments, that day is very good. But obviously, do the right research before you're making random investments, okay? Don't do that, okay? So moving on to the fourth portal, we have 9th of November. It's dun dun dun, the moment you guys have been waiting for. Mercury retrograde begins, and it's happening in Sagittarius, actually. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this because I previously did film a video actually covering the full Mercury retrograde forecast. So if you guys ain't watched that already, I'm going to put the link in the description below so you guys can check that out, okay? And it's a full video on Mercury retrograde. But aside from the usual TTC, what does TTC stand for? I mean, those of you who watched the other video will know that it's got to do with your travel, got to do with tech, and got to do with communication. Aside from it affecting those three things, what else have we got because it's in Sagittarius? Well, it's going to be like a blast from the past. Maybe you've had old goals or things you wanted as a kid, as a child, or in your maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You're going to find these old goals and these old aspirations suddenly resurface. It may resurface through a text message from an ex. It may resurface from your ex-boss. It may resurface from a friend you haven't spoken to for a long time, right? And by the way, if you're experiencing that through this portal, do let us know inside the chat below. It's always interesting to see like how astrology actually works. It's really crazy because like collectively, we all experience the same thing during these particular portals, right? So if you've got this blast from the past, like some memory just sparked up from the past, and you don't know why it is, well, get journaling. Why? Because highly likely it's linked to something that's linked to your bigger purpose in this realm, in this life. So maybe there's a big thing you're supposed to fulfill, and that blast from the past is going to give you clues. It's like a piece of the jigsaw will suddenly appear, and then you write it down and you connect to what are you working on recently. You're going to find a connection there, right? So what do you do with that information? The information, well, journal it and act upon it. It's very important. So there it's going to re-spark old downloads for you to action, okay? But remember to be aware of the TTC. Again, if you didn't watch the Mercury retrograde video, I'm going to put the link in the first link inside the description below. You guys can check that video out, okay? And take plenty of notes too. Moving on to the fifth portal, we have the 11th of November, right? Now, 11th of November, we got another 1111. So it's actually 1111 portal working with Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, okay? This 1111 is kind of very different to the 111 portal, right? And what is the difference? This is a lot to do with spiritual alignment and spiritual awakening. So you're going to find deep truths are going to surface. You're going to start questioning like really deep stuff. Why am I here? What's the purpose in life? What's my higher purpose, right? What's my connection with the universe, or what's my connection with God, right? These type of questions around dreams and alternate dimensions and all these type of things are going to start to surface, right? So what do we do with all of this stuff, right? While, by the way, it's still a very good time to manifest, but it's very important for us to go deep in meditation and journal all our inquiries. So take a breath, get yourself calm, do meditation. In meditation, be the witnesser. Just witness, what am I getting as downloads? Don't think, feel. What am I feeling right now? What is my heart being called upon right now? Then, after the meditation, journal your inquiries. Then what? Connect deep with the universe, right? Why are you here? Ask those questions. Throw it out there in your meditations. Take the downloads that you're doing and you got to ground it. Why? Because 1111, that portal is another huge portal for investments, for starting new projects, for starting new relationships, for starting new things, for moving into a new house, for moving into a new environment, for starting fresh. So, but you've got to take the action, because if you don't take the actions, you're not sowing the seeds when it's the great portal day. When the great portal is open and you're not sowing seeds, you're not going to find the things blossom for you, right? What blossoms in the following month or 4 months depends on the seeds you sow. So make sure you're sowing plenty of seeds, making plenty of investments, putting plenty of energy out, giving love out, compassion out, service out during 1111 portal, okay? By the way, charity work is very good to do during November as well, okay? I want to also put another thing as well. I don't know if you guys got the news, but in December, I'm going to be traveling out to Kenya again. So if anybody fancies a vacation with purpose, okay, Some of you know I built the charity around 13 years ago now. We have an orphanage, we have a school out there, and we help many of orphan children out there. And I go out every single year and I take volunteers to go out to experience it. We get to hang out, we get to learn from each other, and we get to enjoy, have fun while we are giving as well. So if you would like to come out for 10 days with us, a week to 10 days, then I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a link inside the description below as well. And if you are interested, you can apply for an interview for that. And if you pass the interview, there'll just be a contribution you make towards the charity, and then you can join the trip. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's happening very soon. So if you feel called towards doing good, and we finally get a chance to meet each other, that'll be really cool. And we have some fun and give. It's a life-changing experience. So I hope you can come along. It doesn't matter where. We always have people traveling from all around the world, from the US, from Europe, from even Asia, everywhere. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We meet a lot of like-minded people as well. Okay, so I'm going to put that link inside the description. If you guys are interested, make sure to check that out. Okay, moving on to the sixth portal, we have 18th of November. We have Mercury re-enters into Scorpio. That is going to get us into deep conversations with ourselves and with others. Okay, what are the deep conversations for? They're for solving problems. So you need to ask yourself a question. Have you been having some arguments with some people around you recently? Have you fell out with some people that you actually care for, right? Has there been some miscommunication happening? And are both parties or one party standing on a pedestal too stubborn to get off that pedestal to have this compassionate, kind conversation? Well, if that's so, don't let that be you. Why? Because this particular portal is a big portal for you to iron out any problems you have, for you to get rid of those creases, for you to get rid of those problems. When you iron out all those things that are lingering in the back of your mind, guess what happens? You clear space for new things to manifest in your life. So please, if you need to say sorry to someone, make that phone call, do that text message. If you need to ask for forgiveness, if you need to have a deep conversation because there was a misunderstanding, please arrange for that cup of coffee, go out there, have that chat, and just with kindness and compassion, remove your ego, speak with love and compassion, speak the truth, speak with full honesty, and watch everything just unfold nicely for you, because this particular portal is going to help you iron out all those problems. And it's very important for you guys to have trust and faith through this portal. Moving nicely on to the final three portals. We have the seventh portal, which is the 20th of November. We have the new moon in Scorpio. Again, the big portals, I'm going to make a separate video just to guide you guys through it, and probably make meditation videos as well to help you through it too, because that's going to really help you balance out your energies. Now, with the new moon in Scorpio, we also have the sun in Sagittarius. Now, what we're going to experience a lot of huge intentions alongside our willingness for higher learnings. So we're going to get a lot of kind of this feeling that I crave to learn more things or learn new things. I think that maybe I can do something that I've never done before, right? A little bit like on my journey right now, right? How I'm recording new tracks and new songs and high vibrational songs in 528 hertz, and I'm doing all this type of stuff. And I was never into music. That's a new project for me, but I got into wanting to learn this stuff, and I was called upon this, and everything aligned for this a year ago. And ever since I've been called for this learning, you will most likely during this portal have that type of little instinct as well, that it's time to do something new and do something fresh and something that's bigger, that could possibly change the world. I know for a lot of you that sounds a bit like tall order, and it's like, how am I going to change the world? But it's possible. It really is possible. We are put on this planet for a divine purpose, and maybe you're not fulfilling that right now, right? And so while the new moon is in Scorpio and Sagittarius, aside from the huge learnings and intentions, it's going to give you this feeling of unshakable faith. You're going to feel like you're unstoppable, and you're going to not know where this surge of energy just suddenly come from. But that's the energy universe is giving you on that day. So be courageous, be bold, take plenty of action, right? It's going to ask you for freedom, for global impact, and for life purpose. Please write those three things down. Freedom, global impact, and life purpose. Watch yourself through that particular portal questioning these things, right? So what are your actions during that time? Plant plenty of seeds and adventure. Go into new adventures and new projects, okay? Moving on to the eighth portal, we have 27th of November. We've got Saturn stations direct in Pisces. On this day, you're going to be spiritually disciplined. The universe is going to test you. And what's it going to test you on? It's going to test you on two things. Please write this down. Your values and your boundaries. Your values and your boundaries. So I want you to write this down, because during that time, you're going to be thinking, the thing that I'm doing right now, is it actually aligned with my values? The relationship that I'm in right now, is it actually aligned with who I truly am? The job I'm doing right now, is it really what I want? The environment I'm in right now, is it really aligned with who I want to be? And if the answer is no, you got to get onto that second understanding of how do you start setting those boundaries. The mantra for everybody during this particular portal, please do write this down, is I act from clarity, not compulsion. Okay? Get clarity. Clarity is power. I act from clarity, not compulsion. My boundaries are sacred. Your sacred space. Protect it. Protect it with everything you got. Nobody should be able to come in and throw trash in your sacred space. Nobody should be able to come into your space to throw you negativity. And if that is happening, and it's a repeated pattern, it's happening again and again, it's time for you to set those boundaries and call an end to that type of environment or relationship. Okay? Moving on to the final portal, the 9th portal, we've got the 19th to the 30th. Actually, there's two astrological events that's happening during the end of the month. Mercury stations direct and Venus in Sagittarius, right? And what is this going to do? It's a lot actually to do with clarity and relationships. A lot to do with love. We haven't spoken much about love this month, although we did say on 111, it's very good for manifesting love, and 1111 is also good for manifesting love. And there's some communication stuff throughout the month that's good for rekindling your spirits and relationships. But this is going to make you action to get clear of what you want in your love life, in your relationships also, right? So what is it going to do? It's going to push you. And please, you try to push yourself to let go of what no longer serves you. It's going to push you and guide you. You're going to feel a little bit more romantic than usual. And it's time to nurture and relight some intimacy in the relationships that fuel you. So, during the end of the month, see whether it's your work colleagues, whether it's the relationship with your boss, whether it's a romantic relationship, okay? Start having clarity on which relationships actually are meaningful for you. And why is it meaningful? Take note of it. And those meaningful relationships, ask yourself the question, have I been making an effort to relight that relationship? Have I been making an effort to nurture that relationship? Because you're going to find that if you dedicate the end of the month to rekindling or reigniting that flame or even intimacy in your romantic relationships, you're going to find that it's going to pay huge dividends. Now, I know when I say that, it's quite strange because I'm using it like an investment term on relationship, but that's the basic principle of sowing and reaping. What I'm saying is, the more love and compassion and kindness you give out, right, the more time and energy you give out to your relationships during the end of that month, you're going to find that not only the relationships are going to blossom in the following months, but the relationships are going to give you many other opportunities that's going to surface in the next coming months. That is the 9 portals of November. Ooh, that was a big one, but it is a big one. And we've also got even bigger ones happening in December, January, and February as well, because it's amazing. These months are amazing, right? So don't let any of those videos when I'm talking about the economic crisis or the downfall or the dark ages are coming, don't let that take you off this positivity. Because I create those videos, not to scare you, I create those videos for you to have the knowledge and understanding that, okay, there's things that are going to crash. And at the same time, okay, there's opportunities that are here to reinvent yourself, to take that quantum leap. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, you got anything out of it whatsoever, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Hit this video, reach out to more people and help more people around the world. Give this video a share, especially to those people you care about. And also comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. I'm here in Taiwan at this moment in time. I'm going to be back in Dubai, and then I've got a travel out to Kenya in just before Christmas as well. So we've got a lot of travels going on. I may see you at a nearby city or country. And also, if you're completely new to this channel and you haven't already, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to that little bell sign, by the way, because this year we're dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, we are signing out. Prayers for all of you. Have a happy November. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.